Hello, this is Idodmg and welcome back to the channel. In this Blightbound video, I want to talk about what is this game and some first impressions. Let's go ahead and start. I'm excited to chat about this game with you. First things first, the game is in an open beta state that ends on July 26th from my understanding. I've played maybe about 2 hours of the game. I just really stumbled upon it. It was kind of on my radar, but it was one of those games that I was just kind of like, I don't know much about, and I'm glad I checked it out, man, to be honest. It's set out to be a dungeon crawler slash brawler, kind of like in a grim setting, kind of like Dark Souls in terms of aesthetics. I think they're trying to aim for a Dark Souls type combat, but doesn't feel like that really to me. But we'll talk about the combat and save best for last. The first thing I want to talk about with the game overall is what is it? What is Blightbound? So, Blightbound is a brawler dungeon crawler game that I did, like I said before, it's going to be releasing on July 29th. I don't know a price tag. Hopefully it's not more than $20, but we'll have to wait and see. And the thing with this game is it's a 3-player co-op. You always have a healer, tank, DPS, which is really cool. You can unlock more characters while you're playing as well, but they all fill a specific role. So whenever you start to play the game, you're assigned a role randomly up until you're fort level 9. I've been calling it a fort. I guess it's more of it. They call it a refuge in the game. And you level up through your prosperity, which allows you to do different things. But yeah, basically it's just a dungeon crawler. I really like the art style that you can see in the gameplay. And the fact that you have the healer, tank, DPS roles just feels really nice to have that required in a way. One thing I do have that is a little bit of a concern for me is the fact that it's forced co-op. You have to play online. I have not seen any option to play offline. And that concerns me for the main reason about, what if the game doesn't do super well? What if people stop playing the game and you just can't find anyone to matchmake with? What's going to happen then? I hope they have a backup plan for that just in case that scenario happens. Maybe even just allow us to play solo and have it scaled down to 1 player, or work on some smart AI that we can choose and gear up as well. Those are some options to remedy that one concern that I do have. That's basically what the game is. I mean, you can see it in the background gameplay of what it looks like and how it plays. Currently in the open beta, there's not a load of maps to try out, so it did get a little bit repetitive. But I have hope that moving forward, and once the game does come out, there'll be more maps. There's also a really interesting mechanic that if your party manages to beat a full playthrough, you unlock a notoriety level, which goes up by 1. So if you beat 1, think of it as like a win streak. Once you have 1, you can then unlock a new difficulty, and then if you beat that one, it keeps going up. I have no idea what the cap is, but if you happen to die, you lose a point in this. So it's really kind of nice that you're rewarded for actually completing missions, because the game is a little bit challenging when you first start to play anyway. Now that you know what the game is, I want to talk a little bit about progression and how you develop and what are you working towards in this game. First things first, I kind of touched on it, is your refuge and how you gain prosperity. The way that you gain prosperity is by beating and finishing levels. As you level up your prosperity, you can actually then unlock different artisans that do different things. There's a crafter, a merchant, a quartermaster, so you can equip your heroes. You can also give them skill points and different things like that. There is a total of 50 levels that you can earn of prosperity, and it looks like that is the maximum. Each character has, or each class has its own currency that you can see down here. I'm not entirely sure what they're used for, but I'm going to assume crafting. Crafting seems to be a huge part of this game. So some of the crafting trees you can see, there's quite a few options. This is one that I've found that's pretty in depth with, you can craft straight up to a legendary. I feel like the crafting is going to be the biggest way to progress and really make your character more powerful. But that remains to be seen how deep it truly is. I'm hoping that when the game comes out that I can spend some time on this game. But July 29th, there's quite a bit happening, so we'll have to see and try to kind of balance our time around that. You also have Quartermaster, which is how you equip weapons onto your dudes, your characters. When you first start, you're only going to have the Malbroys, Scarlet, and Chorus, your tank, your ranger, assassin type of class, and your healer. They're all really fun to play, and you really got to work together to make them reach their pinnacle of their full potential. So anyway, you can equip sword, shield, and then trinkets on each. 3 trinkets, it looks like, for healer. You can also, I found this character in a playthrough, so you can unlock new characters in different ways. I won't spoil anything there. But yeah, there's different things, different items that you'd really expect with any RPG. Another fun thing you can do is you can spend skill points on your characters as well. Just by going into this menu, they level up by completing a dungeon, it sounds like. So, gaining a level gives you 3 stat points to do different things. You know, nothing new really to the genre. You also have your skills that you can see down here that do different things. You know, I could see a lot of really interesting things happening, because that character I did unlock has like a gravity well that pulls in enemies. Sounds really sick. I haven't got to use it yet. I really just wanted to make this video. So that's pretty much progression. You can also, the only other thing I haven't unlocked yet is a merchant. I hope that they add more artisans and things to unlock. But that's pretty much your home base that you're at in between missions, where you can come and craft and hang out and do your thing. So that is progression. The next thing I want to talk about, and the most important thing in any action RPG, is combat. If the combat's not fun, the game's going to suffer, in my opinion. Luckily, the combat is alright in this game. It's definitely not a full 10 out of 10, but it's definitely fun. It kept me engaged for a few hours, and I feel like it aims to be a bit more of a hardcore type of combat system, but with it being online and things like that, you have a little bit of lag. And I had some frame issues with the game as well that really kind of hurt combat when it came to that. But when the game did work and it was smooth and fine, it actually was quite fun. You have a lot of different abilities that you can use. You can see in the background I'm cycling through some of them. Maybe one day I'll do full guides for all of the classes and roles and whatnot. But for example, your healer, as you kill things, they drop these blue orbs that you can pick up, and you can hold up to 3 charges of it. And that enables you to heal. The way you heal, though, you can't actually cast on other players. It's cast around you. So it feels a little bit strange that you have to run it up to the tank that's trying to fight a boss or in a mob pack or whatever it is to then heal them. I wish you could target them. They also have a shielding ability, a cone AoE ability. Your tank has a big shout that taunts, a ground slam. And your assassin, which I didn't play very much, has a smoke bomb that makes everyone invisible that stands in it. And I can't remember the other skills, but yeah. Oh, and then, I almost forgot to mention that each class also has an ultimate as well that charges up that do crazy stuff. I mean, the tank one is sweet. You become this massive, bulky dude. I didn't get to use the assassin one because I didn't play it very much. And the mage one, you can see summons 2 spirits. So the combat overall, you know, I would say it's not super amazing, but it is fun to play, and I think it's good enough. And if they can kind of iron out some of the optimization and FPS issues and a little bit of the lag, I think it'll be all right. Maybe it'll get a 7 or 8 out of 10 for me in that regard. Anyway, that is basically everything about Blightbound. We talked about what it is, progression, as well as combat. I'm excited for the game to come out. I'm probably going to check it out. I really want to know exactly what the price is going to be. I probably wouldn't pay over $20. In its current state, there's still some bugs and things that need worked out. But, you know, this was open beta, and these are my impressions of the game, and I'm glad to share them with you. I hope you enjoy this video and all the content on the channel. If you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video, and feel free to share it with all your friends. Also, please feel free to check out the links down below for all of my social media links and more. It's been awesome chatting with you. Have a wonderful day. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.